So we're done with structures. Now there is another way to create a custom type, and that is using an enumeration. So let's imagine we have a program for managing invoices. So when we run the program, we give the user a bunch of options, like 1 for listing invoices, 2 for adding an invoice, and so on. Now we need to read the user's selection. So we declare an integer called input and use cin to read the input. Next, we need to check to see if input equals 1, that means the user wants to see the invoices. So list invoices. Now at this stage, we don't want to worry about the logic for listing the invoices. So we just want to print a message. Now there is a problem in this code. Can you tell me what the problem is? The problem is this magic number. I told you we should avoid these magic numbers as much as possible. So to improve this code, we can declare a bunch of constants for these actions. So we can declare a constant integer called list and set it to 1. Similarly, 1 for adding and updating invoices. Okay. Now we can replace this magic number with a constant that clearly identifies the action the user wants to perform. We could also call this list invoices. That would be better. For now, let's not worry about it. What I want to point out here is that we can improve this code even further using an enumeration or an enum. Using an enumeration, we can combine these related constants into a single unit. This unit is going to be a data type that we can use just like other data types. Let me show you. So we go outside of our main function and use the enum keyword to define an enum called action. Then we type a pair of braces followed by a semicolon. Now inside the braces, we list our constants. So list, add, and update. Now in this example, I'm using Pascal naming convention, both for the enum and its members. Now some people prefer to use camel case here, so lowercase like this. There is no right or wrong, it's a matter of personal opinion. I'm going to go with Pascal convention. Okay. Now with this definition, the compiler is going to assign these members a numeric value. The first member is going to be 0, the second one is going to be 1, and the third one is going to be 2. But we can assign these members a value explicitly. So we can set this to 1, the next one to 2, and the third one to 3. Now in this case, we don't have to initialize these two members. We can rely on the compiler to do that for us. So if we don't initialize these, the compiler is going to get the value of the first element and add 1 to it. So this one is going to be 2 and this one is going to be 3. Okay. So an enum is internally represented using an integer. Now with this enum, we can get rid of these constants. And over here, we can check to see if input equals action, double colons. Now here we can see the members of this enum. So we can select list. Now let's run the program. We see our options. If we select 1, we can see list invoices. So this is how we can use an enum to define a new type that represents a bunch of related constants.